You're the guy that, oh, that I call, oh, great, come in. Oh, you look a lot, yeah, I thought you were going to say something old, but this is good. You are good, yeah, come on in. Have a seat there. You don't think I need to check your immigration status, do you? No, that's right, I'm not anyway, it's okay. So just whatever you need, just right there. What? Oh, no. Yeah, see, it hasn't started yet. This is, it's almost like a fucking overture. So, just go ahead and you can talk amongst yourself. He doesn't care. You don't care. Well, maybe he does. Just, it's all right. I gotta go do so. I'll be right. And I'm gonna come in here. Comes the moment and I miss it. Do you have everything you need? Oh, you look beautiful. Are you all right? Oh, I'm sorry. It's after 8. I know. Oh, I don't have a watch, but that's okay. I know it's after 8. Oh, gosh. I haven't done a thing. I'm way behind. Of course, I don't know why I thought of music. Well, I was shopping. I was making a big decision between the avocado vinaigrette versus the prosciutto and melon. And I thought to myself, why not music? But the real thing. You know, not a record player, cassette, cartridge, artificial 4-track, but the real, genuine article. Are you comfortable there? Well, I don't know. I think that... Oh, here. This is where I want. I had planned. Look at that. See, get that thing. All right. Here, bring it on over here. And look at. See, I have the little stand in for you and everything. Just sometimes it's got to go with what you have planned. Okay. Now let me. Do you like these? No. Let's get rid of them. All right. And let's see. Oh. Yeah, that's it. That's much better. Oh, you should see it. You should see yourself. You should see yourself there from here. Oh, God. Oh, you look beautiful. Is that a rented suit? Oh, no. Oh. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because you look good in it. It looks good on you. Oh, it fits. The whole picture fits. Then, look at you. Legs and hair, hands. Oh, God, never mind. Let's see. Oh, play something. Why don't you do that? Yeah, that's... Yeah, play something. Oh, yeah, that is great. That is... Man. cello. I asked for a cello, but they didn't have any. Oh, I'm sorry. That was a terrible thing to say. I didn't mean to say that. Not that like that. I just meant I never thought of a clarinet. I always forget about clarinets. I mean, how often do you think a clarinet? I called and asked for a cello. They didn't have any. I was lucky. Okay, go ahead. I always forget how a clarinet sounds, but it's perfect. It even looks perfect. Like the way a cello fits between your legs. Of course, a clarinet is fit. Oh, I feel better already. Well, here we go. You know, if I could have been one thing in this life, I would have been a wino. You too. Oh, you are a wino. No, I'm just kidding. Do you want some? No? Oh, yes, you don't want some? Oh, God, yes, I better sit down. Oh, Christ, I am too old for this. I should tell you, this is not going to be a big party. I mean, I don't know what you're used to, but this is just going to be 2 people, including me. So, it's a small party. Me and one other person. So, you won't have to play very loud. You won't have to strain yourself. And nothing too sentimental, okay? I mean, if it gets too romantic, it just ends up funny. I mean, it should be, well, it should be something more like, I don't know. You decide. I don't want you to disappear into the woodwork, but I don't want a brass band either. You know, I mean, the idea is dinner for 2. Dinner, music, clarinet. Oh, God, I should have got a cello. Oh, no, now, okay, it's all right. No, don't get excited. Here we go. This is it. Yeah, dinner for 2, wine, candlelight, music. Oh, it is funny. Oh, God. Play whatever you want, okay? I don't care. I don't care if it's sentimental, sloppy, precious, poignant, embarrassing, humiliating. I don't care. Get in the works. Nothing ambiguous. The more romantic, the better. I've gone this far, I can't save myself now. So, here we go. Dinner for 2, wine, candlelight, music, and if he doesn't like it, well, fuck him. I mean, God, you'll have to be patient with me. I'm going way out on a limb here tonight. I'm a little nervous. I'm a mess. See, tonight is very important to me. It's not just another dinner. Well, it is just another dinner, but I don't want it to be just another dinner like all the other dinners. I want it this time to, play something, okay? Don't let me go on talking like this. That's nice. What is that? That's real pretty. You know, I've only had 3 men in my life.
Oh, right.
Oh, well, I've had more than 3, but only 3 are still do mean anything. 3 out of how many? God, I can't say the number out loud. It would disturb the dead. My father would come out of his grave like a madman if he heard the number. It's funny, he brought me the first one. I was 16. I was lucky. He came right through that door. You see, my father was a wine merchant, and Paul, that was his name, Paul worked for him. He was a few years older than me, a man. Well, I don't know. To me, he was a man. The thing was, I wasn't paying attention at the time because, you see, I was crazy about somebody else. Anyway, that was my problem. Paul.
What took you so long?
What?
What took
Oh,
you?
nothing.
You're not dressed.
Oh, I was getting dressed.
It took you a long time to get to the door.
Well,
I thought nobody was at home.
I was home. I was getting dressed.
Oh.
He's like this all the time. You have to keep repeating everything.
That's why you're not dressed.
Paul?
Yes?
What do you want?
What?
Paul, please try to concentrate.
Oh.
No, you'll have to do better than that. You'll have to really work at it. You'll have to say to yourself, here I am. I rang the bell, Luba answered, I came in, and now it's my turn to speak. It's my turn to say why it is I came and do whatever it is I came to do, and then leave because Luba's busy getting dressed and she doesn't look too pleased to see me, even less pleased than she normally is. So if I had to have a brain in this thick skull of mine, I'd say what it is I want and then get the hell out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. Do we really speak to people like that? It's not possible. It's not. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. I was young. Remember that. I was still wearing socks. Cruelty is second nature to a 16-year-old virgin, especially in socks. Paul, what do you want?
Some papers for your father.
Well, get them and leave. Let's see now, where was I? Oh, yes, 16-year-old virgin in socks. God, the problems were insurmountable. I was a mess. Cruel, loud, terrified. I was too fat, I was too flat, I was too smart for my own good. And I was in love. His name was William. Bill, oh God. He was the most beautiful, pale, blue, blonde, white teeth, Protestant. All his family were Republicans. Oh God, it was too much for me to handle, but I wanted it anyway. There was only one problem. Bill barely knew I was alive. And hard as I tried to get his attention...
I found him.
Oh, good, bye. He wouldn't give me a second look.
I'm sorry for disturbing you.
Yeah, that's all right. Not because he didn't find me attractive.
But your father seemed to be...
Yeah, and not because he didn't like me.
Really anxious.
And not because I didn't try every possible way to get him interested.
I thought I should just come right by.
And still he wouldn't pay me any attention.
I should have telephoned
because
first.
I was a virgin.
Just to see... A what?
I'm a virgin.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh. Not half as sorry as I am. Oh, God. I wish I were dead. I wish I were dead and buried alive and 40 years old. Oh, are you still here?
Well, yes, I think so.
Look at you. Look at yourself. Look at your clothes. You have been wearing the same rumpled pair of pants since the day I was born. Where do you come from, Paul?
Nowhere?
Perfect.
Oh, no, I mean I was born here.
Live here all your life.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, perfectly happy here.
Oh, yes.
Never think of leaving.
Oh, no.
Never think you might just pack your feeble life into a suitcase and hit the road.
Why?
I don't know. Just for the hell of it. Oh, God, don't you ever feel a need, a pull, a yearning to break loose, break out, tear down the walls, and run? Oh, you made it. You have a destiny. Fate has plans for you. Why do you think God put you here on this earth? You are here for a reason.
I just came for the papers.
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, am I the only living thing alive?
What's the matter with you? You're all crazy.
I am dying here. I can feel it. My skin is suffocating. Every cell in my body is screaming for air.
Golly.
Yeah, golly.
Maybe you should see.
See a doctor?
Well?
No.
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 I don't know.
No, you don't. I really don't think you do.
You want me to go away?
Yes, go away. I'm getting dressed.
Okay. Where are you going?
No place. I'm going out.
I could give you a lift. I have the truck.
Paul, are you a virgin?
A what?
A virgin, you know, pure, untouched sexually.
I don't know.
You don't know?
Well, no, I mean I know, but I mean I don't know.
Yeah, I know. It's a tough one. Here, let me put it a different way. Have you ever fucked anybody?
Jesus!
Oh, you fucked Jesus? You were? That's pretty impressive, Paul. How was it?
that? You're just a kid.
Well, I'm just trying to get at the facts.
What facts?
Have you ever...
Yes.
You have?
Well, yes, I guess.
I don't believe you.
What?
You're lying.
I'm not.
Who?
Who?
Yes, who?
I think I better go.
No, come on, I want to know.
Know what?
Well, detail. Yeah, detail. It's detail that makes life interesting, Paul. Who, what, when, where, how?
Which time?
What?
Who, what, when, where, how, which time?
You mean you... Oh, more than once?
This is not polite.
How many times?
How many times?
How many times?
Well,
Twice? 3 times?
well,
4? 5 less than 10?
well.
More than 10? 15? Oh, Christ, Paul, what do you do? Make a habit of it?
Well.
I am amazed, Paul. I am really amazed. You.
What?
You.
What?
Well,
Well,
you.
yes. Everybody does it.
Well, I know everybody does it. What I find hard to believe is that you do it. What's it like?
No.
Come on.
You know.
Well, I know on paper, you know, books, movies, but I want to know, what's it like for you? Do you make noises?
Noises.
Yeah, you know, grunts, groans, spasms. Oh, do you talk dirty?
I don't think so.
So you just sneak in and sneak out without saying a word.
Well, maybe, I guess.
No, that's okay.
Well, I guess I might say something sometimes, but I'm never listening.
Oh, I understand. I'm not much for talking either. Of course, I do it alone, so even if I wanted to, nobody there to talk to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alone.
Masturbation.
Oh. Sorry.
Yeah. Boring. I mean, it used to be terrific. You know, when it's all you've got, oh, I used to love it, but now it's too complicated. I mean, got to get the lights right, I get the mirrors in the right place. Life's too short, you know?
Sure. I better get these papers back.
Now, don't get me wrong. I still enjoy it, but it's a hell of a lot of work.
Sure. I better get these papers back.
Paul, do you, you know...
Oh, no. Well, yes.
Sure.
But after.
After what?
Usually after, I mean just after I've just done it.
Just done what?
Just done had made love.
You masturbate after you've made love?
Yes.
Are we talking about the same thing?
I think so.
I mean, how do you do that? I thought the whole point of having sex with other people is to avoid having sex with yourself.
I don't do it all the time, just after I've just done it.
The only time you do it with yourself is after you've done it with somebody else?
That's the only time.
Well, do you wait for them to leave the room?
Oh yeah. Or else I go to the bathroom.
Oh, God, Paul, it's unbelievable.
No, it isn't. Why?
Well, I mean, where do you get the energy?
I have too much. That's why I do it, or else I'd never be able to get my pants on.
You mean, it stays?
Yes.
Even after?
Yes.
Oh, God, that's terrible.
Yes. So I have to. I mean, what else could I do?
Well, I don't know. Couldn't you keep doing it with the other person until it, you know?
Well, I could, but they always get tired.
Oh. Yeah, I suppose you could get tired.
I know it's wrong. I know it's not right. I feel really bad after. I feel dishonest. But I've tried everything else. I've tried hitting it. I've tried running it under cold water. I even waited once for 3 hours. I did everything I can think of. crossword puzzles, solitaire. I even read the Bible. And 3 hours later, I was still walking around with my zipper stuck on a flagpole.
Paul. Paul.
Oh, my, what did I just say? I shouldn't be saying these things. What did I just say?
Oh, that's okay. I'm very precocious.
You always do this. You always get me saying things I shouldn't be saying, especially to you.
It's all right, Paul.
No, it just came out.
Paul, listen to me.
You won't tell your father, will you?
Are you crazy?
I really better go.
No, Paul.
I'll see you later.
Paul. Paul! I wouldn't get tired.
Oh, no, no.
What are you going to lose?
Everything?
I think we could help each other out.
No. How? No.
The way I see it, we both have a problem.
I don't have a problem. I don't have any problems at all.
You just told me.
Oh, I never said that.
You did.
I never said it. You never heard it. I never said it.
All right, you don't have a problem. I do.
Okay.
Jesus.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if you'll understand this because I don't, but knowing you, if I don't understand it, you probably will.
I don't understand.
I haven't told you yet.
I know, but I already don't understand. I really think I better go. Don't you think I really just could have...
No! You were sent here today by God. By God. Somehow, in His divine configuration, He planned for this moment. Busy as He has been in the last million years, juggling time and space in one hand and all of life in the other, He still managed to have you walk through this door on the very day, at the precise moment when I needed you most. Oh, God is merciful. God is just. God has sent you here today to perform a holy task. And you're going to do it before you leave, or I'll break every bone in your body.
What am I going to do?
You're going to bust my cherry.
Oh, God, don't say things like that. What are you saying?
Isn't that the right expression?
No. Yes.
Maybe it's break. Is it break? No, I think it's bust. I'm pretty sure.
God damn it, shut up! Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry at all. Now, this conversation is over. Finished. I don't want to hear another word about any of it. I know you're supposed to be brave for AIDS, but this is stupid. This is the most stupid. It just can't come in here and say this most stupid, just things just like this.
Why not?
Because it's not nice.
Oh, Paul, please, I am desperate.
That's no excuse. Oh, I have to sit down. Oh, I don't feel so good. Oh.
What's the matter?
Oh, I don't feel so good. I feel dizzy, I think. Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Put your head between your legs. Are you going to faint?
I don't think so. Boy, oh boy, you really are something. You know that?
What is it?
Oh, it's nothing. It's hypotension vasovagal syncope. I get it all the time.
What?
Hypotension vasovagal syncope. It's not serious. The blood rushes out of my head. It's just, boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Here, have some wine.
What are you doing drinking wine?
I've been drinking wine since I was a baby. Here, have some.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. I didn't mean to make all the blood rush into your head.
It doesn't rush in, it rushes out.
Yeah, well, I didn't mean to upset your vaginal symphony.
Syncope. Vagal syncope.
Well, whatever. I didn't do it on purpose. I did it because, here, let me hold your head, Paul. How's that? Is that better?
No.
Well, here, unbutton your shirt. Give yourself some air.
I get too excited.
Yeah, I know. Take off your shoes.
I get ahead of myself sometimes, and I just can't keep up.
Oh, I understand. Here, let me rub your neck. How's that? Hmm?
Yeah, that feels better.
Okay, well, you can pass out now if you want to. It's okay.
Oh, no, I feel better, I think.
Well, relax. Take some deep breaths, and I'll put on some music.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I know. Oh, have you ever been in love?
No? I don't know.
Oh, me neither. I don't know anything about it. What it is, where it is, how you get it, even if it's out there, but I have to find out. You know, I'm not a dreamer. I can't sit still waiting for something magic to happen. It's too slow. Oh, because every now and then something shakes me up and down inside. It makes me feel all, William, Willie, Bill, I have to have him. I have to put everything behind me and have him. Oh, please, Paul, please just help me get started.
I can't.
know most of it. I've got books and diagrams, and what I don't know, you can teach me. I'm a very fast learner.
Yes, but...
Yes, but think what a bargain you're getting. I've never been touched. I've hardly ever been kissed. I'm not bad looking, am I?
No.
I'm a little nervous, but that's not unusual. And Paul, I wouldn't get tired. No matter what, I wouldn't make you stop. Oh, you don't get offers like that every day. Do you? Don't say no. Please. 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 Yes.
Yes.
He said yes.
Yes.
And then his face went all sad for a minute while he looked at me. And then his face went all sleepy. And I almost didn't recognize him. I almost pulled away. He looked so strange and not like himself. I almost pulled away. But then a hand, at first that's all it was, a hand, caught me unaware and pushed through my clothes. And then fingers undoing all the done-up parts in me. And then a body stretched out over mine, breathing hard, and arms unlocking all the locked-up spaces. And I knew we were moving. I knew we were starting. I knew we were on our way.
Oh.
He said,
Oh.
and his face disappeared down my body, lying down beneath lips and teeth, and I could feel him start to smile. And the smile spread to his hands and to his fingers, and the smile shook his skin, and his skin disappeared, and who he was I didn't know anymore. He said,
Tell me if it hurts.
but I couldn't remember what it was that hurt, except it did and didn't hurt. And I couldn't remember the books or the diagrams or any of the little unimportant things I thought I knew.
What?
He said, and I said, is this it? And he said,
No.
and I said, now? And he said,
No, not yet.
when?
Almost.
Now?
No.
Now?
Yes.
Now! Now! Paul, you may not be much on your feet, but on your elbows, you can't be beat.
I feel a little better.
Oh, I should have noticed then. I should have seen right away, but I was looking the wrong way.
I'm not dizzy at all.
Did I do it right?
Oh, yes.
Did we do it long enough?
Oh, yes. Are you all right?
Oh, yes, I feel, yes.
Well, I guess I'd better go.
Oh, yeah, you better go. Don't forget the papers.
What papers?
The papers for my father.
Oh, yeah, he's waiting for them.
You know what, Paul? Maybe we should do this again sometime.
Huh? Oh, yeah, sure.
I mean, there's a lot more to this than I thought.
Sure?
And before I hit the big time with William, Willie, Will, Bill, maybe we should practice a few more times.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, if you don't mind.
Oh, no. No, not at all.
We could, Tuesday's good, and Thursday at the same time, and then Saturday morning.
Sure.
Okay, well, that's good. So, I thought you said you were going.
Oh, yeah. I'll see you later.
Okay.
Okay.
Christ, Paul, if you're going, go. Don't stand here with one foot out the door. What was that? oh sure, bits and pieces, but they were all reconstructed later on. His eyes, his mouth, the curve of his chest. I like to think I remember what he looked like, but sometimes I think I was just making it up. William, Willie, Will, Bill. That's who I was concentrating on. Oh, you don't get it. That's okay. All right. So I kept thinking if it was this good with Paul, just think what it would be like with William, Willie, Will, Bill. I mean, if it was this good with a funny-looking toad, imagine what it would be like with the golden boy, the Protestant blonde prince whose family never voted for Roosevelt. Oh, Paul was faithful. He came back every day, and we practiced. He would stumble through that door wearing the same rumpled pair of pants, hemming and hawing and stuttering excuses, and then we'd jump into bed, and all the hemming and hawing and stuttering would stop. Oh boy, we practiced and practiced and practiced. And in 10 days, I was a fucking expert. I was ready. So I called up Willie, Will, Bill, and I told him to get his ass over here. I stole $73 from my father's wallet, and I bought the most corrupt dress I could find, something that went on and off with no effort. And then I put perfume behind my ears, and then, you know, on my neck, and around my breast, and in my navel, and up and down the inside of my thigh. Oh, I powdered my whole body. I was irresistible. I made him wait. I didn't want to appear too anxious. William, Willie, Will, Bill was early. Well, that's a good sign, I thought. So, take your time. No hurry. No rush. Slowly. Slowly. Not going anywhere. Oh, what the hell are you doing here?
Hi.
Stop that noise. Oh, wake the dead.
Oh, sorry, I was...
Get in here, Jesus, before somebody sees you.
There's nobody out there.
Well, there will be any minute now.
Oh, who?
Nobody.
What?
Nobody, so you better go.
Why?
Because I'm expecting somebody to use your hand.
Then it isn't nobody. It's somebody.
All right, somebody.
Who?
Nobody, Paul, please.
You look nice. Is that a new dress?
Oh, Paul, you're doing it again. You're not concentrating. You're not paying attention to the simple, basic fact of what's going on around
You
here.
look like a birthday cake.
I'm talking, but you're not listening, trying to get you to believe in a birthday cake.
Yeah, you smell, too.
A birthday cake? What kind of compliment is that? How could you say that right to my face?
I don't know. It's what I was thinking. Some flowers?
No!
I got them for you.
Oh, I don't want any.
They're
A
pretty.
birthday cake. You don't give flowers to a birthday cake, do you?
I should have brought some candles.
What is that? A joke?
Yeah, well, sort of, I guess.
Paul, I have spent half a day making all this happen. Powder, perfume, nylon stockings, garters, fingernails, eyelashes, lipstick. I have done things to my body I wouldn't tell a priest on my deathbed. So, when I tell you I'm in no mood for jokes, I want you to believe me, because your feeble life may depend on it.
Sorry.
Oh. Well, okay. All right, then I want you to get up and go slowly out that door and disappear, all right?
Aren't we going to practice today?
No, not today.
Tomorrow?
No.
Oh.
Goodbye, Paul.
Are you going to see what's his name?
Yes.
Oh.
Say goodbye, Paul.
Goodbye. Is he the nobody who's coming now?
Yes.
I'll just put these in some water.
No, just leave them, all right?
Sure. Well, good luck.
Oh, thanks. Paul,
Yes? I mean, what?
I look really terrible, don't I?
No, you don't.
No, I do.
Well,
I do.
yeah, you do.
Oh, God. Oh, God, what have I done?
It's just you don't look like you.
Well, I don't want to look like me. That's the whole point. I want to look pretty.
But you are pretty.
Oh, no, I'm not. Nothing fits. Oh, God, I'm too fat.
Too fat for
My
what?
hands are too small.
They work,
My
don't they?
skin's too pale.
I can see
My
it.
eyes are...
Are bright and big. Your nose goes a little funny on the end, but that's nice. And your mouth fits right underneath, right where it's supposed to be. You have nice teeth. You don't have any cavities. Your ears work. You have a strong back. Your hair is nice and wavy. I'll bet you don't even have to comb it, do you? And you always have a nice, clean smell, even when you sweat.
Paul, please, I don't think I could take any more compliments tonight.
You're not just pretty. You're beautiful.
Oh, go away, Paul. Just go away.
All right. Don't you worry about what's his name. He's so dumb he won't even notice how terrible you look.
Paul!
I mean it. That's just the kind of dress he'd like.
Well, what's wrong with this dress?
Nothing as far as he's concerned. And that hair, and those shoes, and all that makeup, he'll go crazy.
Oh, no, he won't.
Yes, he will. And if he does have any brains, that perfume will knock him senseless.
Well, it's expensive stuff.
Sure it is. Listen, that ingrate is never going to know what hit him.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. If that's what you want.
Of course it's what I want. I wouldn't torture myself like this for nothing.
Well, then I'd say you have nothing to worry about.
Doesn't that look okay?
I'm telling you, you look perfect.
It's not too much?
How could it be too much?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Oh, Jesus, I think it just might work.
Can't miss.
Well, you better get going. He's going to be here any minute now. I'm starting to get nervous again.
Don't be nervous. I mean, if he turns you down, you've always got me.
Oh, great, thanks. Play something here. This is the sad part. Thanks a lot, Paul.
You're welcome.
Well, go on. I'll see you around, okay?
You're beautiful, little boy.
Oh.
You are.
Oh, I'm
You are.
not. Okay, yeah. Okay. I'll see you. Paul, what is that? Is that a new suit?
What? No, it was rented. I was on my way to a funeral.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Me too. Bye.
3 minutes after Paul left, the doorbell rang. 10 minutes after Paul left, William, Willie, Will, Bill was telling me how much he liked my hair, my dress, my perfume. 11 minutes after Paul left, I was struggling on the sofa while the white Anglo-Saxon Protestant was ripping off my clothes in a frenzied St. Vitus dance. I didn't know what he was doing. I'm pretty sure he didn't know what he was doing either. But whatever it was, he missed. Less than an hour after Paul left, I was making my first comparison. William, Willie, Will, Bill was mine forever, or at least so he said. It just didn't seem to matter anymore. And Paul was gone. He packed his feeble life into a suitcase, and I never saw him again. Listen, why don't you stop playing just for a while? You don't want to strain yourself. You don't want to wear yourself out. What time is it? Oh, no, never mind. It'll all happen soon enough. Anyway, after Paul, there were other men, or boys, I guess, I don't know. Life goes on whether you like it or not, and oh, I liked it. I mean, I even thought about getting married, but always somewhere in the back of my mind was, oh, I don't know, a patch of skin, a shift of weight, a smile, something I was waiting for but wasn't happening, something that had happened only once. when it did, I missed it. Well, I had other things to do. My father, for one, he was a lot like me, very impatient. He couldn't wait for senility, so by the time he was 60, he started losing his mind. He fell in love with a 19-year-old dental assistant from Palm Beach, moved to Florida, and spent his time jogging back and forth from the sauna to the health food store. I'm coming, for Christ's sake, keep your pants on. Well, that left me with the house, a falling down company that distributed only the worst California wines, and Jack.
Oh, hi. God, sorry I'm late. I got cornered. Oh, how are you? Oh, man, traffic was... I had to go to the bathroom. Let me just... Here, let me just... Jesus, what a day. God. It's night, isn't it? You look terrific. I'm okay for a couple of hours, but I got a call. Jeez, what's for dinner? It smells great. Oh, God, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Sometimes you know in advance. Even before you do something, even while you're doing something, sometimes just as you're about to do something, you know it's a mistake. You can see it happening, you can see yourself doing it, you know it's wrong, but you do it anyway, you know you can't help yourself. Well, Jack was irresistible. He was also married. Now, that didn't seem a problem at the time. I knew the limitations, I knew what I was getting into. It didn't seem like such a big deal, and besides, what did it matter? I was in love. I could handle it. I could handle anything. I could. I could.
Oh, you've been waiting.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, God, what a day.
You look tired.
Jeez, I'm wiped out. Oh, God, it's incredible.
Well, have some wine. You'll feel better.
Oh, I don't know why I do it.
Well, never mind. It's not important.
No, really?
I know.
Oh, it's amazing. Oh, God, what time is it? I
Here.
gotta call home. Oh. Thanks. Hemorrhoids.
Same to you.
12 hours talking about nothing but hemorrhoids.
Well, the last account was watermelons. At least this has some human interest.
Please.
Sorry.
This was worse. I mean, we should have been out of there before lunch, you know? It's the simplest spot we've ever done. The actor comes out and tells about the painful itching, holds up the old box of suppositories, smiles, fade out, cut, print, in the can. I mean, it's a 60-second spot.
Well, what happened?
Well, we're just about to wrap when this creep from the company comes up, taps me on the shoulder, and says that I haven't made the product attractive.
Suppositories?
Unbelievable.
Well, I suppose they are attractive if you need them.
Exactly. Exactly what I told him. Then he says I haven't made the hemorrhoids attractive.
Oh, you don't show them on the screen, do you?
No, he means the idea. He says people will find them disgusting. I said, hey, the people who have them aren't going to find them disgusting. Only the people who don't have them will find them disgusting, and they're not going to buy your product anyway. And anyway, again, they are disgusting. Otherwise, you wouldn't be selling this product to get rid of them.
Well, now that makes sense.
Yeah, well, not to him. We danced around for 7 hours. Make the actor smile. Make the actor frown. Make the actor stand on his head. Oh, God, long shot, close up, louder, softer, more light, less light. Oh, God, faster. Oh, lower.
Well, it's all over now, so just forget.
It's not over. We got to shoot again tomorrow.
Why?
Because at 7 o'clock tonight, after 12 hours of saying the same 4 words over and over again, the actor started to freak. He was babbling lines from every commercial he's done in the past 6 months. The only film I got now is this poor bastard tossing suppositories down his gullet like popcorn. He's saying, they melt in your mouth, not in your head. Why do I do this, huh? Why do
for the art.
No.
Then it must be for the money.
Yeah, well, it's gonna kill me. It's gonna put me in a soft grave before I'm 50.
You give it up.
I have a family to support.
You won't be any good to him dead.
Well, we'd be better off. You would be better off. We'd all be better off.
Oh, don't be an idiot.
Hello? Who is this? Who is this?
It's your wife.
My wife. Marge, is this you? Is this Marge?
Of course it's Marge.
Hi, Marge. Of course it's me. Of course it's you. Of course I know it's you. I called you, didn't I? I called her.
No, I called her.
What do I want? Well,
Tell her you won't be home for dinner.
I won't be home for dinner. No, well, because,
Because you're busy screwing your girlfriend.
because I'm busy screwing my girlfriend. No, that was a joke. Yeah, well, the real reason is, something came up here. Oh, you know, the usual thing. Some actor swallowed some suppositories. I had to take him to the hospital.
Oh, Jack, she's not going to believe that.
It's the truth. No, I was talking to the nurse. What? Oh, God. Oh, not tonight. No, that's not tonight. It is tonight. No, I didn't forget. How could I forget a thing like that? It slipped my mind. Marge, don't get upset. No, I know you're not upset, but don't get upset. It's not good for you. Don't yell, Marge, and wake up the kids. Why not? They haven't had dinner yet. Well, Jesus Christ, I know I was supposed to feed them, but how can I feed them if I'm not there? Marge, I'm sorry. All right, it's my fault. No, it is. I know it is. It's my fault. Marge, look, I'm not arguing about whose fault it is, but just because I'm not there to fix some dinner doesn't mean I shouldn't eat. What do you mean nobody's there? You're there, you feed them. Okay, look, I know you're not supposed to be there, but, you're there. So why don't you just open up a can of beans and feed the bastard? Marge, no, I didn't mean that.
A little music, maestro.
All right, look, suppose it was my turn to fix dinner for the kids. I went out and got run over by a truck, and I never came home at all. What would you do then? Let them starve to death?
Dinner is served.
Terrific, really terrific.
Oh, thanks. It does look nice, doesn't it?
Marge, please.
Really, no trouble at all.
You're not being reasonable.
Oh, I enjoy it. I have nothing to do all day. I love to cook, and I don't mind waiting.
I didn't plan on being late.
Of course you didn't, darling. I don't mind.
These things happen.
Anyway, just seeing you here makes up for everything.
I know.
Just being with you is more than I ever dreamed of in my life.
I know.
These brief moments together.
Yes.
Happy times.
Yes.
You don't know what they mean to me.
I know.
Oh, don't be humble, please.
I can't help it.
You are too good for me.
You're right. But what am I supposed to do?
Well, you could start by packing the salt.
Sure.
Thanks. Well, here we are again.
Same old song.
Oh, I love the old songs, don't you?
Round and round.
Life is like that, you old philosopher, you.
Well, what can I say?
Say you love me.
I do love you.
Knew it.
Okay. No, as soon as I can. Yes. Yes, right.
Goodbye, Jack.
Bye.
Jack, have you ever been in love?
What? Huh?
Nothing. That's the end of the romantic part. Dinner's getting cold.
I gotta go.
What a surprise.
I made her miss a seminar.
Another one?
She was supposed to read a paper tonight. It was important.
Christ, she already has 20 degrees. What does she want with another one?
I know.
What is it this time?
Family counseling.
Oh, perfect. Why doesn't she quit going to school and do something?
That's not the point.
She's a 40-year-old undergraduate. How many more courses can she take?
Hey, she feels trapped. She's got to feel like she can do more than just be a housewife.
Well, right now she's qualified to do everything from Hunan cooking to minor brain surgery. Why doesn't she just get a job?
Hey, it's my fault.
Oh, here it comes.
I make her feel inadequate.
Oh, God. What an ego. Did it ever occur to you that she might feel inadequate all by herself? All alone, with no help from anybody, least of all you. Did you ever think of that?
I'm not
I'll put it in a bag. You can take it home and feed your children. Oh, or better yet, tomorrow night I'll invite them for dinner. And Marge, too. At least the conversation will be better. Christ, with her background, why didn't I think of this before?
She needs help.
What she needs is a good old-fashioned divorce. And if you had half a brain, you'd give her one.
Just leave her.
Yes.
What would she do?
Lots of things. You know, she could open up a Chinese restaurant and do family counseling over the fortune cookies. Give the girl a break. Leave her.
You know, I can't do that.
That's right. That's exactly right. You can't. You're not able to do that. And it has nothing to do with Marge. Now, are we going to eat or not?
I have 3 children.
It has nothing to do with them either. It has to do with you.
Oh, right. Here we go.
Oh, no, we don't. We don't have enough time. It's about 9 o'clock. You got to get across town and save your marriage. No, we only have a few minutes, so we can do one of 3 things. We could eat, we could fuck, or we could talk about your wife. What's it gonna be?
What's the matter with you?
I just want to know what the program is so I don't get my expectations up in all the wrong places.
I don't know. I don't know what.
Come on, eat something.
How can I eat when my own kids are starving to death?
I'll survive.
I make $100,000 a year. My children have rickets.
All right. We'll skip dinner. How about some sex?
Oh, I can't.
Come on, just a quickie for the road.
I think I'm really upset.
Okay, I give up. No food, no nookie. Oh, let's talk about your wife.
Oh, you're angry now, aren't you?
Angry now? No, I was angry before you got here. I was angry cooking this dinner. I was angry rushing home to try to take a quick shower and make myself look beautiful. I was angry earlier on, wondering whether you'd even remember to come by or not. I was angry yesterday when you called to say you would come by if you could, but not to count on it because you probably couldn't and wouldn't. I was angry the day before yesterday, hoping you would call and say something romantic, like, how are you? But most of all, I was angry 2 years ago on the day you.
Oh, God, I wanted it to be good, you know, something good.
Listen, pal. It was. It was something good.
What is it now?
Now, Jack, oh, I don't know. It's time to go home. Go on, get out of here.
I hate my whole life, you know it. I have everything I ever wanted. And I hate it all.
Then change it. Change it. Forget about me. Think about yourself. What are you doing? You spend all day selling Band-Aids to bleeding assholes. You come home at night to a woman who's dying of suffocation and 3 confused adolescents who aren't getting enough food. And in between that, you're having an affair with a woman you don't have the time or energy to screw. And what kind of life is that?
It's not that bad, is it?
No, it's worse. That was just the nicest way I could say it.
I wish we could just take off, you know. God, we could spend a couple of weeks in Paris. We could have breakfast in bed. We could make love whenever we wanted, wherever we wanted. And never come home. Oh.
You only live once.
All right. Suppose I left her. What about the kids? Do you know the statistics on the children of divorced parents?
Yeah, they all have fewer cavities.
You're not being very helpful.
Well, what about the statistics on the children of married parents?
What is that?
It means that for every Einstein that comes out of a happy home, there's a Mozart that comes out of a broken one. Stop using your kids as an excuse, Jack. All you're doing by making yourself miserable is making yourself miserable.
You're right. I don't feel anything about him anymore. The kids, I mean, I look at them, they're bright, they're good looking, they're clean. They're everything I ever wanted. I just don't feel like they're mine. Marge is the same way. I mean, I look at them and I think, who are these people? What are they doing in my house? In the house? I mean, the furniture and the cars, you know, all of this stuff. What are all these things all around me? Where did it come from?
Play something, okay? Anything, just play.
I keep trying to remember what it was when it started, you know, what I wanted. And I can't. All I know is whatever I wanted, it wasn't this. It wasn't this. This isn't my life, you know, this isn't it. I had something else in mind. I don't know what, but this is all wrong.
I know.
It's all wrong. I mean, I feel like a stranger wherever I go, whatever I do. The other night, I went home, I went to my house, I went up to the door, and I knocked. I knocked at my own front door. Marge answered. She said, "What's the matter? Did you forget your key?" And I said, "Yeah, but I didn't. I didn't forget it. I had it right in my pocket. I just didn't know where I was. I didn't know it was my own house. People call me by my name, and I don't answer them. Not because I don't hear them. I hear them. I don't know who they're talking to. I got 3 phone calls yesterday. They said, Jack, without even thinking, I told them I got the wrong number, and I hung up. What's happening to me?
It's nothing.
You know, I mean, something's happening. I'm not losing my mind, you know. I mean, I know who I am. Just nobody else knows. They don't think I'm somebody else. They don't think I'm Jack, who's married to Marge, who lives at 312 Montgomery Avenue with his kids and his 2 cars and his groovy job in showbiz. And that woman across town who is or isn't screwing. I mean, that's who they think I am. But they're wrong. I'm telling you, they're wrong, because it isn't me. It isn't me. And I mean,
And then he sat there for a long time without moving, without even breathing. Maybe he was listening to what he had just said. Jack, I said, but he didn't answer. And then he covered his face with his hands, and he started to cry. I didn't know what to do. It's always worse when men cry, because they wait so long to do it.
oh, damn it.
Oh, yeah, God damn it all.
Oh, I gotta go home.
Well, just sit for a while.
Oh, I gotta go.
But sit anyway, I said, and he did. They wait till their backs are to the wall, and then they cry. Till their hands are tied behind them, and they've gone so far into themselves, not even a saint could reach them. And then they lie.
No, I'm okay. I'm just tired.
They lie about the pain.
I think I'm coming down with something. Loose.
Lie.
Felt it coming on all day.
Felt what, Jack? Tell me, felt what?
Some bug, something's going on.
They lie so they can push you even farther away.
I just need a good night's rest, that's all. I haven't been sleeping.
They lie so you feel even more useless.
Listen, I'll call you tomorrow.
And then suddenly, it's as if nothing ever happened. Oh, anytime.
Listen. I'll call you later.
What are you feeling, sentimental? You're really getting into that one, weren't you? Oh, sure you were. Feeling sorry for the bastard. Oh, don't give me that crap. You are all cut from the same piece of chintz. I didn't see him for 7 weeks. Not 7 weeks. Oh, God. Oh, God, this is awful. I'm really sorry. I have to pee. Oh, God. I know. Well, oh, you definitely look like you've got to pee. I should have gone before we started, but I tell you what, let's just all go, huh? Okay? We'll all go, and then I'll meet you back in 10 minutes. If you don't come back It's okay. I don't think they give me your money back, but that's all right. So you go pee, all right? And I'll everybody just hang in there because stay awake a little while longer. The next 3 hours was really cool. Don't worry, all right? Okay, now let's see. Where was I? I didn't see him for 7 weeks. Not 7 weeks. Not a phone call, not even a message from his constipated secretary. Oh, she was very polite. Where have you been? No, come on in. Oh, she got scared. Go get her, somebody. Oh, there she is. Okay. See, I didn't see him for 7 weeks. Did you get that? Is there anybody else out there? Let's just get it all over with. All right. Now, see, his secretary, she was very polite at first. She said, I'm sorry. Mr. Everett isn't here today. May I take a message? Very careful, trying to sound like she didn't know who I was. Trying to sound like she didn't know I was the same person who had called an hour ago. The same person who had called 3 times the day before and twice the day before that, and God knows how many humiliating times before that. So I decided to go down to his office. Face it, I said to myself, get it over with. I went into the building, up the elevator, up to the desk. The secretary was sitting guarding the door. She didn't recognize me. We had never met. May I help you, she said. I froze. I was afraid to speak. I was afraid if I opened my mouth, she'd recognize my voice. And even if she didn't, what would I say? May I help you, she said. I didn't move. Maybe I wasn't there. Maybe I could disappear. Is there something wrong, she said. Yes, I wanted to say, yes, there's something wrong. I wouldn't be standing here with my tongue in pieces if there wasn't something wrong. I just stared at the desk. She's beginning to get nervous now. But then I pulled myself together. Christ, I said to myself, oh, Jack is not worth losing your mind over. So I put both hands on the desk. I leaned forward. She leaned into me. I was ready to speak. She was ready to listen. I took a deep breath, and I threw up all over. Confident, easy in control, lovely to look at, delightful to hold. Oh, I always wanted to be like that. I'm a jackass. I do everything ass backwards. My mother used to say I have the touch of a blacksmith, but I felt a lot better after that. I did. I felt a lot better. I pulled myself together. I went back to work. I started seeing somebody, a plumber. That's right, no brains, lots of money. No love, no problems, no expectations. I was back on the road to recovery, back on track. You're not going to believe this.
Oh, thank God. Hi, I was afraid you weren't even home. I've been, here, let me just, are you, it's late, I know. Just put this right here. I didn't even have time to call. I just grabbed whatever. Christ, what a day. I gotta go to John. Wait, don't move. I'll be right back. Finished. Done. I finished it. I did it. Oh, Christ, can you believe it? I can't believe it. 5 minutes ago. No, 10, maybe. 20. 25, maybe at the outside. Oh, God. Oh, jeez, look at me. I'm still shaking. Oh. Oh, God. I feel like a new person. Great. Oh, I've been thinking about you every day. You know, I mean, every word you said was ringing in my ears. You were right, you know. You were right about all of it. I knew you were right. I just didn't know what to do. No. I knew what to do, but I just didn't know how. No, I knew how. But I couldn't. Well, at least I didn't think I could. But I could. Did it. We're sitting on the couch, kids are asleep. We're watching TV. One of my commercials comes on. You know, the one with the guy swimming around in the toilet? So I turn to Marge, and I say, "That's me." She says, "Yes, I know. I was there when you made it." I said, No. I don't mean the commercial. I mean the man. The man in the toilet. That's me. Well, she just kind of looks at me for a minute, and she says, "Yeah, I gotta get out," I said. And she says, "Yeah, you better, before you get pissed off." And then she starts laughing. Well, she was laughing so hard, I started laughing too. And then she says, she's still laughing. She says, "What are you going to do?" And I say, I'm laughing. I say, "I think we should get separated." And we kept laughing. We haven't had a laugh like that in years. We were laughing so hard we were crying. And then she says, "Yeah, I think we should get separated." And then she kissed me and we started fooling around. Oh, I mean, you know, the way she looked, she was smiling, she was laughing, she was beautiful. You should have seen her. I got so turned on, I jumped on her. It was fantastic. It was the best it's ever been. And then after, we went upstairs, she helped me pack. I picked up my suitcase, I kissed her goodbye, and here I am. Oh. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, what was that for?
Old times. How are you, Jack?
How am I? You just hit me in the face.
Yeah, but apart from that, how are you? How's life been treating you?
Wonderful, terrific. Haven't you heard a word I've said?
Yeah, I heard you. You were watching the boob tube with your wife when one of your own priceless creative efforts came on. Between the two of you, you came up with half a joke. You had a good laugh, you had a good fuck, and you left her. Now, I know that seems like Christmas to you, but I want to know what the hell you're doing here.
What I'm doing here is... I don't know. I mean, here I am.
Right.
Look, this is it. I'm free.
Oh, hallelujah.
You're not getting...
Oh, you're telling me I'm not getting it. I've been not getting it for 8 weeks. Well, 7 and a half. I found a plumber last Thursday.
A plumber?
Yeah, a plumber.
A plumber?
Yeah, you know what a plumber is, Jack. One of those handymen that unclog your pipes for $30 an hour. If you say anything middle class about it, I'll hit you again.
Luba, I'm back.
Back for what? Dessert?
No. I came back for you. I came back for us.
You're beginning to sound like one of your own commercials, Jack.
Well, I don't know. I don't understand.
No, you don't. You really don't.
Luba, I just left my wife. Isn't that what you wanted?
You know, it doesn't sound to me like you left your wife. It sounds to me like she sent you off to camp for a couple of weeks. Did she remember to pack your rubbers?
Look, why don't I just go out and come back in all over again?
No. Why don't you just go out and not come back in all over again? Why don't you just go away? Oh, don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
I love you.
I don't believe it.
Well, I do.
You son of a bitch! You stupid son of a fuck! You motherfucking cocksucking bastard! You shithead, pisshead, jerk-fucking turd! You bum!
Well.
Now do you understand?
No.
Oh, get out! Go on, just get out, or no, just get out. Just get out. Get the fuck out. Play something. Something quiet. Something soft. Something. Yeah, me too. I'm sorry too.
I thought we could.
I thought so too.
You know, I had this idea, I mean, this idea.
Yeah, the two of us.
Yeah. Spend a couple of weeks in Paris, make some plans, move to a new city.
Different lives, different people, different faces.
Different jobs, I mean, take a few chances. What do we got to lose?
Yeah. Break loose. Break out, tear down the walls and run. It's too late, Jackie. It's just too late.
Why?
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah. It's just an idea.
Well, it was a great idea. Maybe you could sell it to AT&T, and they could do a whole series of commercials on runaway husbands. Long distance is the next worst thing to being there.
Oh my God, Marge.
I don't know, but you better think fast.
Who is this?
Yeah.
Jesus, Lou.
Say hello, Marge.
What am I gonna say?
Oh, just say hello. She'll do the rest.
Hi, Marge. It's me.
Me? Who's me?
It's me, Jack.
Jack, where are you?
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
Listen, Marge.
Jack, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm fine. Not fine. I'm all right. Not too bad. I just feel terrible.
Yeah, me too. I feel terrible too.
You do?
Sure, what do you expect?
I don't know. Thought I would feel good.
Oh, Jack.
Thought it was what I wanted.
But it isn't.
No,
No, I guess not.
I wasn't thinking.
No. Me neither. I wasn't either.
Oh. What? Are you crying, Marge?
Oh, she is a smart cookie.
Yeah.
Perfect, Marge, perfect. I couldn't have done better myself.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. No, right away. Yeah.
Goodbye, Jack. Goodbye, Jack.
Well, I guess I better go. Are you okay?
No, I'm okay. I'm just tired. coming down with something. Oh, sort of bug. It must be going around. I just haven't been getting enough sleep lately.
Sure.
Yeah, call me and we'll have lunch.
Yeah, sure. I will. Well.
Don't go. That's what I was thinking. He was standing there with his suitcase in his hand, trying to figure out what to say next. He looked like an orphan. And I just wanted to say, don't go. Stay. Maybe we can work it out. You know, maybe all we need is one more chance. You know, just one more. Listen, Jack. You better go.
Yeah. What a mess.
Yeah. Well, we say these things happen for the best. Just wouldn't have worked out, you know? I mean, if we didn't have Marge and the kids, what would we have to talk about?
Hemorrhoids. So, I do, really do love you.
Listen, would you mind if I sent you home? I paid for the whole thing, for the whole night. It's just that sometimes these things look different from a distance, you know. I mean, suppose he doesn't show up. Suppose he does show up and he doesn't like clarinets. I mean, maybe he's allergic to clarinets. Oh, I'm sorry. I've offended you. No, okay. Stay, all right? Do you know anything cheerful? Play something happy before I start feeling sorry for myself. Not a brass band, just something a little lighter, okay? Oh, yeah, that's better. Oh, Christ. I am no good at this. That's the truth. I never was. I mean, I always say to myself, don't get involved. You know, just don't get involved. But then, somebody smiles a certain way or says the right thing at the right time, and I'm gone. I turned into a different person and started doing strange things. I mean, look at this. This was supposed to be a simple dinner. You know, just once. I wish I could open that door and just be myself, you know? Just to see what would happen. Open that door. Me. You know, just me. Oh, no. Oh, not in this life. No, Christ, we're not going to do that. Oh, God. I should have stuck with a plumber. Except he had this secret sexual fantasy where he tied me up and performed what he called unnatural acts with his plunger. Anyway, after the plumber, the field got pretty limited. It seemed that the only single men were all homosexual, and hard as I tried, the competition was just too good. So, I decided that the next time I fell in love, I'd get married. Oh, George was heaven sent. He was a widower. Well, that was his word. I would have said he was a man with a dead wife. I never trust wives, even when they've hit the spinach. Oh, yeah, they're always there. Same thing with men who say they've left their wives. I just want to say, yeah, but where'd you leave them? Because, yeah, you know how it's usually someplace they can get back to when things get rough like that, but not George. George was unusual.
Dessert.
What did you do?
Oh, just a few poached pears.
Oh, unbelievable.
I'll put some cream on them for you. Do.
George was a romantic. He only had 2 women in his entire life, the dead one and me. He was kind, attentive, affectionate, understanding, devoted to me in a way that would have embarrassed Leonard Wolf. He was everything a girl could want, everything. And if you think the cooking was creative, what went on between the sheets was a 5-star gourmet feast. First time I had sex with George, it was like throwing away the egg beater and buying a Cuisinart. The perfect relationship. It was perfect. Well...
There were some calls for you.
Oh, well, I'll look at them later.
Well, I didn't get a chance to write them down.
Well, I will look at them later.
But I can tell you what they were.
You can?
I memorized them.
How many were there?
8.
Amazing. What would I do without you?
Lose weight.
These look awful.
No.
Yes, awful.
Why?
Because there's no way I could not eat them.
Oh, you are beautiful.
I'm not beautiful, I'm drunk.
Drunk and beautiful.
Do that again.
Drunk and beautiful. No, not that far. No.
Oh, God, let's eat, okay. So who called?
EGBDF.
I never heard of it.
That's a code to remember them by. You know, the treble clef. Every good boy does. Fine.
Yes, but who called?
Now, E. E was for Edward. Eddie. Ed.
Ed Bennett.
Yes, that's it, Bennett. He called, said to call him tomorrow, but do not call him at home, call him at the office.
Yeah, he's worried about his wife. And who else?
G. G. G was for Jerry. Jerry, but he spells it with a J, but it was easy to remember with a G.
Schumann?
He wouldn't say.
What do you want?
Well, he said he couldn't make lunch tomorrow, but to meet him for drinks on Thursday at the usual place. How are the pairs?
Perfect.
E-G-B.
Oh, George, these are boring business calls. I'll get them from you later.
I'll forget. Let's see. B. B was Bob. Bob. Now, Bob called twice, and I think it was long distance.
That's all right. I talked to him.
Oh, that's good. He sounded desperate.
Yeah, he's in Colorado Springs.
Oh. Well, that's good. He said he would be flying out late to California and wanted to know if you were free for dinner.
Well, I talked to him. Oh, God, these are wonderful. How do you do these? I always wanted to poach pears.
Easy, Bob. Let's see. E-G-B-D. Oh, yes. David.
Oh, David, how?
He said you'd be surprised.
What the hell did he want?
He said he wants to apologize.
Oh, in a pig's eye.
And he said you wouldn't believe him either.
Damn right, too.
Oh. I thought he sounded very sincere,
Oh, George.
and he left a number.
Did you memorize that, too?
Columbus sailed the blue, -1, with 3 ships up front.
I give up.
333-1491. The last one to call was Frank. Now, Frank called 3 times. He thought I was in answering service. I think most of them think I'm an answering service.
Well, why don't you just hang up on him?
That'd be rude, doll. I don't want to be rude to them. Who knows who they are, you know?
They're the ones who are rude, calling me at home. Why do they call me at the office? What did Frank want?
Well, first he wanted to know if you were free on Thursday, but I told him you were busy.
I am?
Jerry Schumann,
Oh, at the usual place.
right. So then he wanted to have dinner on Friday, but I said Bob was flying in. You're probably having dinner with Bob. He started pushing for Saturday, but I said, we're going sailing on Saturday. He says, who the hell are you? I said, I'm your husband. And he hung up. I guess I surprised him.
George, do you think there's anything wrong with this marriage? I mean, it's all terrific and free and adult. You have your life, I have mine, but you don't think there's something missing, do you?
What's something?
Oh, I don't know. What do you do all day, George?
What do I do?
Yeah, I mean, at 9 o'clock, I get up, I go out that door. I drive to an office, I sit behind a desk, I sell some of the best California wines, the 17 Thirsty States from the Union. That's what I do. Now, at 9 o'clock, when I go out that door, what do you do?
I don't know. I do the breakfast dishes, you know. I do a little cleaning. I run the vacuum cleaner. I dust. You know, it's a big house. It takes some time. You know, I do it all by myself. And then I come down and I look at the papers. And then, oh, I don't know. I guess I figure out what to have for dinner. And about that time, the soaps come on.
The soaps?
On television, you know, soap operas.
You watch television? You watch those things on television in the middle of the day?
Yes,
Why?
because I like them.
You do?
Yes, they're very comforting. I mean, you get to see the same people every day doing the same things, you know, getting their divorces, having their abortions, and, you know, they're very, very nice people. They always speak well, and, you know, they always dress well, even when they're upset. It's very soothing.
And that's your day?
No, no. That's just from 12:30 to 3. Then I run errands.
Oh, you go out?
Well, you know, sort of. I go to the cleaners, the market, you know, things that you have to do, shopping, you know, things like that.
And then you come back?
Mm-hmm. Start dinner.
And that's it?
Well, yes. Well, I know it doesn't sound like much, but when you're actually doing it, it's a lot.
No, I'm sure.
Besides, I enjoy it. I don't have anything else to do. I'm a rich man. I have all that money. I don't have to work.
I know.
I worked for 20 years. I never liked it, except for the money. It was terrible. Why should I do it again?
Nobody's asking you to.
And you have a job. You work. If I was working too, we'd never see each other.
But we barely see each other now.
And who'd take care of the house? We'd have to hire some stranger to come in and clean and cook. I mean, it would ruin everything.
We could manage.
We manage. We don't have to manage. Why should we? I mean, you and I, we're fortunate. We can just be happy.
Okay, but I still worry about us, George.
Why?
I don't know. Life is passing by. Time is closing in. Don't you ever feel a need, a pull, a yearning for the two of us to just break loose, break out, tear down the walls, and run?
Not since I gave up caffeine. Bad day, huh?
I'm getting worse.
Oh, come on. Let's see if we can make it a little bit better.
No, come
on. Just a joke. You're so loud.
What?
I like that one. The Queen said this. Just hilarious. Anyway, so. Oh, geez, what a surprise. The phone. All right, well, have you? Okay, good. All right, do I do that? All right. Here we go. You're running out of letters here.
Hello? Who? Oh, yes, he's here. Just a minute. It's for you.
Hello. Oh, yes. Hello, how are you? Yes. Oh, yes, yes. Oh, yes, it was fine. Excellent. Yes. Oh, yeah. Yes. Well, thanks for calling. Okay. And bye-bye. Huh?
What?
What did you say?
What did I say?
Yes.
Nothing.
Oh.
Well?
What?
Well, who the hell was that?
Who the hell was what?
That on the phone.
Oh,
Yes.
no one.
It wasn't no one. I know it wasn't no one because I answered the phone, so it was someone.
No one you know.
That's what I thought. That's why I was asking. If I knew, I wouldn't be asking. But since I didn't know, the first question that comes to my lips is the question I ask: Who the hell was that?
A friend?
A friend?
Yes.
Is this friend a eunuch?
No.
Oh, then it must be a woman friend.
Well, yes.
That's what I thought. Well,
Well, what?
well, who is she? What's her name? What does she look like? Where did she come from? And why is she calling my husband in the middle of dinner?
She just wanted to know how the pears turned out.
She knows what we're having for dinner?
Of course.
Oh, what is she? Some kind of nutritionist?
No, it was her recipe.
Oh, she's a cook.
She's not a cook, she's a friend, I told you.
Ah, a friendly cook.
Luba, what's the matter? You're making all this sound terrible.
It is terrible.
Why?
I don't know, but I will in a minute. Where did you meet this little home wrecker?
In the supermarket.
Oh, no.
Well, you know, actually, we didn't meet in the supermarket. It was more like, well, I guess I sort of fell over her.
You fell over?
Yes. You see, she was sort of on the floor.
Ah, on the floor of the supermarket. Really?
Absolutely. I mean, well, you know, unconscious. At least until I stepped on her, that seemed to revive her.
Well, that's good. And then what did you do after you stepped on her?
Well, I helped her up.
First things first.
And I took her out for a cup of coffee.
And she told you why she was lying prostrate on the floor of the A&P.
The Grand Union.
Oh, how appropriate.
You see, she was a newlywed.
Oh, that explains everything.
And, you know, she wasn't very much of a cook. She spent the first few months of her marriage trying to disguise frozen dinners. You know, she'd defrost them and then put them in different pots and pans, and then she'd heat them up so her husband would think she made them from scratch.
It didn't work.
Oh, no. As it turned out, she didn't know too much about pots or pans either. You know, I think her husband first began to catch on when he saw the peas coming out of the oven and the roast beef coming already sliced out of a saucepan.
Well, they sound like a bright couple.
He's a plumber.
Oh, Jesus. Does he tie her up?
What?
Oh, never mind. That's another one. So she decided to learn to cook.
Yes, but she had to learn to shop first.
Uh-huh. Play something here. This is the good part.
You see, she was absolutely terrified of the supermarket. Every time she got there, she'd just panic. You know, she'd go up and down the aisle, she'd go around in circles, she'd pick things up, and then 2 minutes later, she'd put them back. Poor girl, she just didn't know what she was doing. After 2, sometimes 3 hours, she said, you know, everything would start closing in on her. She'd start to sweat and feel dizzy. Her cart would still be empty. All that fluorescent light and all those colors, you know, until she could hear the packages screaming at her from the shelves. Buy me! Buy me! Buy me! And then she'd just pass out.
Agoraphobia.
Yes, literally. Fear of the marketplace.
And you cured her.
Well, yes. Luba, I love to shop. I'm very good at it. I know that. I'm fast, efficient, decisive. She just needed a little help. There's no trouble at all.
You were just what the doctor ordered.
I guess I was.
And this has been going on for how long?
I don't know. Let me see. 13 months.
That's more than a year.
Yes, it's more than a year. It's 13 months.
shop together all the time now.
Side by side?
Sometimes we use the same cart.
Wheeling down the aisle, rubbing shoulders, comparing prices, squeezing melons.
I look forward to it.
And she does too? Yeah?
Yes. Sometimes we have lunch.
The two of you.
Yes.
She's shy. Yes. A little nervous sometimes.
She's like that.
Sometimes you don't speak at all.
Sometimes we go to the movies.
The matinee.
Yes.
The theater's almost empty.
Almost.
The light from the screen shines on her face. She looks beautiful.
She is beautiful in a way.
Yes.
Yes. Sometimes we just walk
Arm in arm.
and talk.
You tell me your problems, I'll tell you mine.
We have a lot in common.
You look out for each other.
Well, she's turned into one hell of a cook. I guess I can take credit for that.
Well, I guess you can, George. From baked peas to poached pears in just 13 months. That's amazing. Well, here's the big one. Have you slept with her?
What?
I'm sorry, let me put that another way. Did you fuck her?
That's a terrible thing to ask.
I know, but it's what I want to know.
It isn't like that at all, Luba. It is not like that at all.
No, it's worse. I knew it. I knew it.
Well, you're jealous.
Yes, I'm
But
jealous.
jealous of what?
You've been seeing this woman for 13 months. You go out with her, you have coffee with her, you shop with her, you go to the movies, and you exchange recipes. I'd say that's pretty intimate if you ask me.
Well, in a way,
I mean, when was the last time we exchanged recipes?
Luba, you don't cook.
Well, that's not important. I'll bet if you added up all the care and concern and feelings and ideas and all the little unimportant moments you've been sharing, I bet I have good reason to be jealous.
Luba, we are friends. That's all. Friends.
Okay, George. Okay, you're friends.
Yes.
And what are we?
Well, we're...
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We...
This can't be happening, I said to myself. It can't be. Am I going crazy? Am I losing my mind? Try to be rational. What are you getting so excited about? It's nothing, Rick. It's nothing. But it was something. But what? Oh, a little thing. But it's the little things in life that get you. Oh, they were friends. Ashton and Violet, Sebastian and Christ, and what were we? Oh my God, it can't be happening. Oh, okay. You want to be independent, but you don't want to be alone either. Well, that's all right. We're adults. We can compromise. It's okay. I mean, I have things to do. You have things to do. I mean, let's not get in each other's way. We're not kids anymore. It's not the end of the world. It's a marriage. It's a relationship. Oh, what were you expecting? The sun, the moon, the stars, and fireworks in between? Yes, I was. Oh, I could do that, George. I could be that shy and clumsy and stupid. I mean, I could fall down and embarrass myself and need you to help me and take care of me. And I could take care of you too. I could. I could be strong for you. I could be a fucking rock if you needed me to. I mean, what the hell else am I here for? I did everything right this time. I wasn't gonna blow it. Not this time. Nope. No more trips to California. No more lunch dates. No more dinner dates. No more meetings at the usual place. I stopped smoking. I stopped drinking. And I gave up my sense of humor. I also gave up the pill. I mean, why not? I wasn't too old to have a baby. And besides, what could be better? I mean, for the both of us, what could be better? So I stopped just to see what would happen. George.
Hmm?
Oh, nothing.
Are you all right?
Oh, sure. Fine, terrific, wonderful. Really.
Oh,
Yes.
good.
Better than good. How was dinner?
Oh, good, fine.
A little rusty,
It was good.
but I'll get the hang of it.
That was really
I
good.
just need a little bit more practice.
Yes. Luba, what was it?
What was what?
Dinner. I mean, what do you call it?
A steak.
Oh, yes, of course, it was a steak. I mean, around the, those things around the steak. What do you call those things?
Potatoes.
Mashed?
Baked.
No fooling. Well.
Really terrible, huh?
Well, I mean, you know.
No. It's all right. I wasn't really concentrating.
Oh.
And besides, the whole point of a meal isn't the eating, is it, too?
It isn't?
No, it's the talking, the company, being together, the taking time to just, be together.
Yes.
It's a time of day where the whole family sits down together to just be together.
Yes, except there are only two of us.
Well, I'm working on that, George.
And we're together all the time now. We were together for breakfast and lunch, and we were together for dinner, and I suppose we'll be together the rest of the night, too.
Oh, yeah, I suppose so.
Unless you have somewhere to go.
No, not a place in the world.
Well, there you have it. So, if the whole point of having dinner is not so that we can be together, at least we could have something decent to eat, don't you think?
Aren't you upset?
I am not upset. I just have a slight case of indigestion.
Well, indigestion is a psychological phenomenon.
Not in this case. In this case, it's a direct result of you having taken over my kitchen for the past 3 weeks. It is also a direct result of you having insisted on cooking every meal for the past 3 weeks, and it's certainly a direct result of your inability to boil water, let alone cook a steak and a potato without making them look like sewage.
George, I used to be a very good cook.
When?
Before I met you, I told you it was just going to take a little time.
A little time. I mean, according to the most recent statistics, I've got about 30 years left on the earth. Will that be enough time, or am I going out in a blaze of gastritis?
Well, you'll be going out in about 10 minutes if you don't show some appreciation.
Appreciation for what?
For what I'm trying to do.
What are you trying to do?
Oh, God, this isn't right place. I mean, don't just sit there with that stupid grin on your face.
I mean, what is going on here?
Nothing. Play.
And why do I suddenly feel like a stranger in my own house?
Oh, God, what have I done?
I don't know, but I think I'm coming down with something. Luba, I don't even know what I'm doing here. You won't let me clean, you won't let me cook. I have not seen the inside of a supermarket in 6 weeks. I think I'm really going crazy here. What am I supposed to do with myself? I spent the last 4 days hiding my dirty laundry. When I had a full load, I was going to have an orgy at the laundromat. I got up this morning, I could not find them. They were all gone.
I took them.
You had them washed?
I did them myself.
Oh, Luba.
I can.
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
I mean, you see what you're doing here? I mean, you're making me useless, completely useless.
You're not useless, George. Oh.
Yesterday, I started looking for a job.
Oh, come on.
Well, I did. I got the old pinstripe suit out of the mothballs. I put the starch back in the collars. I found my old attaché case. You know, I even found my old Valium prescription. I mean, I was ready to go.
You don't have to get a job. You don't have to do anything.
What am I supposed to be good for?
You can go back to doing the cooking and the cleaning and the shopping, and I'll go back to work. We can go back to that. But we can't go back to the way it was. We can't.
Why not? Why can't we?
Because it's not enough. It isn't.
We were happy.
Well, happy isn't enough.
We were comfortable. We had this beautiful, peaceful, uncomplicated life. I mean, at times it was a little unusual, but it was perfect.
I know that, too.
I mean, what more could you want?
I want to be in love. I want you to be in love, too, George. In love, you know, hot and cold, up and down, good and bad. I want to fight and yell and break all the dishes, be jealous. You know, and make up and make love, hold hands, go for a walk. You know, hot and cold. George, listen to me.
No, Luba, you listen to you. I mean, I heard enough. And you know, I'm going to go out. And when I come back, I would really like to see some visible reason for me to be here. I mean, I don't want hot and cold and in and out and up and down and good and bad and all that. You know, I would just like some dust on the furniture. That's what I want. Some dust on the furniture. You know, some dirty dishes in the sink, nothing in the oven. You know, a pile of dirty underwear on the bedroom floor. You know, I mean, a ring around the tub, a ring around all my collars, too. Mud on the floor, fingerprints on the wall. You know, I wouldn't even mind seeing a trail of empty wine bottles from the front door to your pillow. I don't care how you do it. I don't care, really. I mean, but I want this place looking like a pigsty when I get back. Really, pigsty. Otherwise, I'm going to walk out, Luba, and I will not be coming back.
Oh, George.
Luba, you've got 15 minutes to restore some sanity to our lives. Everything back to normal. Otherwise, goodbye. Goodbye.
George, I love you, George. He called from a phone booth. He said he was sorry. He needed some time. He said maybe I was right. He didn't know. He wasn't sure. He said, things change. I said, I guess so. He said, maybe we should try living apart. What did I think? I said, well, maybe. I said, sure, if you think so. I said, take care of yourself, George. And he said, I love you. I love you. I love you too, I do. Sometimes it isn't enough just to love somebody. Sometimes all the love in the world isn't enough. You know, I've only had 3 men in my life. Well, I've had more than 3. But only 3 were could mean anything. But you gotta keep trying, don't you? I mean, sometimes I wish, I think maybe I could, do it all again? Make it come out different? Make it come out a different way? But you can't